kultani hyljasit mun. Sydämeni oli niin surusta raskas, miksi sä kultani hyljasit mun? Enkä mä tahtonut uskoa laikan noihin silmisi menisi. Mutta kun tie oli ollut niin pitkä, monista murheista lupauksiin. Mutta kun tie oli ollut niin pitkä, monista murheista lupauksiin. Oli kaunis ja äänesi hellä, kaiken nahta sain uudestaan. Riemuiten annoin mä sieluni sulle, miksi sitä et huolinutkaan. Riemuiten annoin mä sieluni sulle, miksi sitä et huolinutkaan. Miksi sä hyljäsit toisen tahten? Miksi mun uneni lopua sain? Sydämeni on nyt surusta raskas, kun sinä kultani hyljasit mun. Sydämeni on nyt surusta raskas, kun sinä kultani hyljasit mun.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to NH Collection Helsinki Grand Hansa. My name is Isak Rautio, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to Journey to Hong Kong, Grow and Succeed, an event by the Finland-Hong Kong Business Association. Today is also Lunar New Year Reception 2026, Year of the Fire Horse. This event could also not have been made without the support of Hong Kong Trade Development Council and the Hong Kong Economic and Trade Office in London. So a special thanks to you and a warm welcome to every other guest and partner in the room. For this afternoon's business seminar portion, we'll be following a kind of company growth journey in the program, from early ideas to global scaling. We'll start out with why Hong Kong is relevant, how companies are supported in Finland and in Hong Kong, how startups and SMEs can take their first concrete steps and begin to execute, and then finally, how one established Finnish company is scaling its operations in Hong Kong, and what we can learn from that. And then after the business seminar, we will conclude with the Lunar New Year reception, celebrating the Year of the Fire Horse, a symbol, a very fitting symbol for today's themes: energy, courage, and international growth. One small practical note before we start off with the program. There is a QR code in your name tag on your lanyard, if you take a look at it. On the back side of it, there's also one in the foyer over there. If you scan it, you can join the Finland-Hong Kong Business Association and stay connected beyond today's event. So, without any further ado, let's begin with the program. First, let's start off with some welcoming words, and I would like to invite the first speaker to the stage. All of these speakers, they represent the institutional backbone supporting Finland-Hong Kong business cooperation, from policy and diplomacy to hands-on trade promotion. So first of all, let's invite to the stage Chair of the Finland-Hong Kong Business Association and Nordic Consultant at Hong Kong Trade Development Council, Mr. Pertti Jalasvirta.
Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Ballmer! Come on! Get out! Get out! Come on! Come on! Give it on for me! Come on! Who said sit down? I have 4 words for you. I love this company. Yes!
Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Happy New Year and welcome to the Year of the Fire Horse, what you can see also there in the wall. The video already showed a level of excitement that I probably cannot match on stage. But I always, around the world when I'm speaking, I think like that. But as a Finnish introvert, but inside, whenever I am on the stage, I feel that same energy that Steve Ballmer is doing. But it's not so easy to do the same things. I just express in calm Finnish style that welcome, warmly welcome. And welcome, this is our 21st business seminar and the Chinese New Year event. Our association is 41 years old now. And it has been a very long journey from the beginning. First events we had about 16 people, and nowadays we have 160 people. It's a great interest for the Hong Kong. We can see the increase, what has happened in the last years. And in case that you don't know me all, my name is Pertti Jalasvirta, and I serve as a chairman in Finland-Hong Kong Business Association and as a Nordic consultant for the Hong Kong TDC office. And my role is very simple. I help the Finnish and Nordic companies connect, grow and scale through Hong Kong and our great network. And if you are interested in Hong Kong and Asia, please speak with our team. We have people from the Hong Kong Business Association, board members here. I can represent them. The Pertti Vero, Pertti, if you stand up. And we have this red scarf that you can easily find us during the evening and make a lot of questions about the Hong Kong. And then Tina. She was our previous chair also. And Jere. And Lauri. And Tommy. Are you here? Yes, here. Okay, very good. Yes, from place. And then from the Hong Kong Economic Trade Office, Ms. Fiona Chow. Welcome warmly to Finland. And Mr. Joachim also here in the back. And Calvin Lee. Okay, maybe in the round room there outside. And then from the Hong Kong Trade Commission office from London, lovely lady, Joy Coe. And the Nordic team in Helsinki, I hope they are inside. Tan. Yes, there. Nancy, here. Anna, there. And our living legend, Jari Vepsäläinen, who has been in Hong Kong in 40 years. Are you here side or the outside? Maybe he's also in the round room. And from Finland Chamber of Commerce, we have Juha Romakaniemi there. Is Päivi also here? Not inside? Okay. And then also our event team. And maybe last but not least, we have our Mats Kerlam from Hong Kong Invest. Whatever you need to know about the Invest side in the Hong Kong, he can always help. And last but not least also, we have Miriam Ligi from the Chamber of Commerce, who is behind most of these organization things here. Okay, what the Finland-Hong Kong Business Association has done in the last years, we have now signed the with the most important networks in Hong Kong, and we have about 10,000 industrial members now in Hong Kong, what we can connect and do the cooperation in both ways. And this is very important that when you go into Hong Kong that you have opportunities in there. How we have done this is that we have also done this partner network, most of the entities there, that we have also the Nordic partners like Sweden, Norway and Denmark, and then of course the Hong Kong side, all the members who are there, and then we connect them to globally. And last year we win the Outstanding Membership Program in the Hong Kong Forum as an association, which really give you the opportunity to trust the work what we are doing. And this is the matchmaking tool. It's a free tool to everybody to use, and it's matchmake Hong Kong entities and Nordic entities together, and then you can continue to do work in there without GDPR problems. The Federation of the Hong Kong is quite unique because we have 49 Hong Kong business associations around the world in 33 different countries and 11,000 members. That when you join to our team, then you are not only to Hong Kong, but you are the global network, how we call it in the super connector nowadays. And then, of course, the Hong Kong Trade Development Council is very important. We organize 30 different meetings yearly in Hong Kong, and it is 60 years celebration this year also, and we have 51 offices globally. That's a very, very good network to work together. And here you have a list of the different kind of the events we have. There is also some brochures about the next medical events, what is very important for the Finland, because we have a lot of Finnish companies who are in the great success and a very good technical level. And in Hong Kong and China, they like very much the Finnish medical knowledge. And you will have this calendar when you are going out. We have a small gift pack to you that you can have there. Yes, and it's great to be part of this membership because you really get the Hong Kong atmosphere and the business opportunities, but also the very large global network through our partners. Thank you very much.
That was Stephen Ballmer, I'm sorry, that was Pertti Jalasjärvi, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you very much for that. And now, this time, let's make up for last time. Apologies for that. Please welcome to the stage Miss Fiona Chow. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hi, Pertti, Minister Chen, ladies and gentlemen, Happy Chinese New Year. I'm Fiona Chow. I'm from the Hong Kong Economic and Trade Office in London. Our office is the official representative for the Hong Kong Special Administrative Region government. Our mission is to promote ties between Hong Kong and, of course, the United Kingdom, because we are in London, but also 8 other European countries, including the 4 Nordics: Finland, Norway, Sweden, and Denmark, and also the 3 Baltics and Russia. So that's why I'm here. I'm very pleased to be here to join you tonight, this evening and this afternoon, to celebrate the Year of the Horse. So the Years of the Horse is the year that symbolizes progress, resilience, and forward momentum. These qualities capture not only the spirit of the new year, but also Hong Kong's own journey over the past year and the opportunity that lies ahead for all of us. Despite a challenging global environment, Hong Kong has rebounded with renewed strength and confidence. Our economy expanded by 3.5% in 2025, the fastest pace since 2021. Total exports grew by 12% for the year, with a particular strong finish driven by electronics and regional trade. Investment activities also pick up markedly, with fixed capital formations rising close to 11%. This figure tells a clear story. Hong Kong is not only back, we are accelerating. As an international financial center, Asia's leading offshore renminbi hub and the gateway to the Guangdong-Hong Kong-Macau Greater Bay Area of 86 million customers, Hong Kong continues to offer business unmatched connectivities, capital access, and market reach. For companies looking to expand into Asia, Hong Kong remains the most efficient and reliable launchpad. Hong Kong and Finland share much in common. We are both outward-looking, innovative-driven, and committed to creating solutions that improve life. Our partnerships has therefore grown laterally across both traditional trade and emerging industry. We are delighted to welcome a Finnish life science trade mission organized by Business Finland last September. The engagement with investors and research partners in Hong Kong and Chinese mainland demonstrate how our cities serve as a trust bridge, linking global innovation with Asia opportunity. Beyond life science, Finnish companies continue to show strong confidence in Hong Kong. Marimekko's recent opening of The Asia flagship store in Hong Kong is a very wonderful example. As an iconic brand famous for design excellence and creativities, Marimekko investments speak volumes about the vitality of our consumer market and Hong Kong's enduring role as a regional lifestyle and retail hub. At the same time, many companies are discovering how Hong Kong's professional services ecosystem can help them scale further. From market entry advisory and trade promotion to financing and regional partnerships, our institutions provide practical support to turn international ambition into real business results. I'm pleased that some of these success stories we will share in this evening. Looking ahead, innovation will remain center to our collaboration. Hong Kong has developed into one of Asia's most dynamic hubs for biotech, clinical research, and medtech. With world-class universities, robust regulatory standards, deep capital markets, and proximity to the Greater Bay's vast healthcare demand, we offer an integrated platform where research, trials, fundings, and commercializations come together seamlessly. For Finnish biotech and medtech companies renowned for precision, quality, and technological excellency, Hong Kong creates fertile ground for growth across Asia. Beyond business and innovation, the ties between Finland and Hong Kong are also enriched by culture. I'm especially delighted that Finnish conductor Turmo Peltoskoski will soon take up the role of music director of Hong Kong Philharmonic Orchestra. His appointment is a wonderful reflection of the close people-to-people connections between our two places, and a reminder that our partnerships extend well beyond commerce. What unites all this story, whether in science, enterprise, design, or arts, is a shared spirit between Hong Kong and Finland of creativity and partnership. It is about connecting strength, opening doors, and creating opportunities together. As we welcome the years of the horse, let us continue to build momentum, deepening cooperation, exploring new frontiers, and transforming ideas into tangible success. Hong Kong stands ready as your partner, your gateway, your platform for growth in Asia. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, and I wish you all a healthy, prosperous, and success years of the whole. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Fiona Chow. Let's invite to the stage our next speaker to give his welcoming words, the CEO of the Finland Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Juho Romakkaniemi.
Thank you very much. I'm very honored and privileged as a CEO of Finland Chamber of Commerce to be able to host and manage within our umbrella the Finnish-Hong Kong Business Association. Our mission in Finland Chamber of Commerce is to promote trade, business and investment across the borders and globally. And one of our key tools is to partner up with about a dozen of different business and trade associations, bilateral ones that we manage in Finland Chamber of Commerce, and also to manage our global FinCham network. Our data is looking rather positive, and we are very optimistic for the coming year of the horse, that it will be very successful and very, very prosperous for us all. Our data from the certificates of origins show that the Finnish exports have been picking up rapidly in the last quarter of the year 2025 and is looking very good at the moment. And we are really optimistic at the moment as our business is in our service for the global trade perspectives for this year. So we are here to mark the Chinese New Year of Fire Horse, and of course I hope that it will be very prosperous and successful, first of all for my two own racing horses in Finland and France, but of course for all of your businesses, for all of your organizations, for global trade, and each and every one of you. Thank you.
Next, please give a warm welcome to the Consul General of Finland to Hong Kong, Mr. Timo Kantola.
Greetings from Hong Kong, just landed this morning. The Consulate General in Hong Kong, quite many know well, is very small. We have a vast range of duties that we are doing. We do consular work, of course. We do so-called country branding, and like last year, Moomies were really a big hit in Hong Kong. Education cooperation, cultural cooperation, and then I would underline the importance of business promotion, what we are doing. And even with those limited resources that we have. Many of you have visited, company representatives visited Hong Kong over the years. Even during this year in the Asian Financial Forum, there were some Finnish companies, and they are always welcome, and we try to help as we can, advise about Hong Kong developments, promote networking, and try to help in finding partners. And all those who have not yet come to Hong Kong or to the Consulate General would be welcome. We will always be helping you. And when we look at trade figures between Finland and Hong Kong, or the Finnish companies which are already established in Hong Kong, I used the figure 50 Finnish companies, roughly, that are based in Hong Kong, plus many tens which are represented through local agents. I would conclude that there's room to do more and to have more trade and business relations. And to be short, I want to mention that when we are so small, Consulate General, we really appreciate all the support that we get from our friends and partners. Marko, the Business Finland, that used to be Business Finland, the people are still the same, and we still get the same good cooperation. That's really appreciated. Then, of course, there is a FinCham in Hong Kong. We do good cooperation, and also with the Hong Kong partners, Hong Kong TDC and all the others, very valuable for us. And I want to also mention the Finland-Hong Kong Business Association. We have been having really good cooperation and have tried to intensify our relations. One good example of that was Mr. Jalasjärvi and me. We participated in a round trip last early September, Helsinki, Turku, Tampere, Kuopio, and that's really valuable that we also meet new people and new business representatives, companies which might be interested about Hong Kong. Thank you very much for this event.
And last but certainly not least, the Director for the UK, Nordics and Ireland at the Hong Kong Trade Development Council. Please welcome Mr. Joey Ko. Oh, Miss Joey Ko.
Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, Consul General Timo, Chen Gongshi, and all of you. My name is Joey. I'm the director of the Hong Kong Trade Development Council, based in London, but I also look after not just the UK, but the Nordics and Ireland. I'm very pleased to come here. It's not my first time to Helsinki. I've been here a number of times, all on business, to meet with many of you, Mary Rose from the Chamber, Dublin Chamber, and many like multipliers as well. So I'm very glad, and thanks for having me here to celebrate the Year of the Horse. I'd like to also share with you that this is a very special year for the Hong Kong Trade Development Council because we are celebrating our 60th anniversary. So we are 60 years old already. Of course, our head office is in Hong Kong. Just a little bit of PR of what we do. We are a trade promotion body. We are a statutory non-profit making organization promoting trade, business, and investment between Hong Kong and the rest of the world. And how do we do this is through many events. So we organize 30 trade fairs, B2B trade fairs in Hong Kong, plus another 10 international conferences focusing on promoting services such as finance, marketing, logistics, branding, and also life sciences and medtech, etc. So every year, as you can imagine, my office is very busy to promote why Hong Kong's to the business people under our territories. And also, after understanding why Hong Kong, what to do next is really to join us to Hong Kong, leveraging on our events in Hong Kong, because we understand that that would be the most effective way for you guys to really, meet with the key stakeholders at our events, because we do all the business matching program for all the delegates. So I hope after tonight, I will be seeing many of you in Hong Kong, not just here in Helsinki. And may I wish you all a very prosperous, fruitful, healthy Year of the Horse. Thank you very much.
All right, it is time for the next program segment of this seminar. We will have a panel discussion here on stage with 4 very interesting guests, some very familiar faces from these welcoming words, where we'll do some reorganizing here on stage, set up the microphones and the chairs for the next guests. But in short, I could start introducing our speakers and the topic of the discussion. So, the panel discussion, the theme of it will be building the path for growth in Hong Kong, support services in Hong Kong and Finland. So this is for any one of you who is interested in hearing practical advice in how to start your business, execute, and grow in Hong Kong. Very, very practical finish. A very, very practical question. If a Finnish company is considering Hong Kong, where do they actually start and who helps them along the way? We have very interesting panelists coming to the stage. Let's start introducing them in very, very short order here. Great. Let's welcome to the stage Nordic consultant at Invest Hong Kong, Mats Gerlam. Director for UK Nordics and Ireland at the Hong Kong Trade Development Council, Ms. Joey Ko. Senior Advisor, Country Risk Management at Finnvera, Jere Nieminen. Minister Counselor, Trade and Business Promotion at the Embassy of Finland in Beijing, Marko Tiesmäki. And Chairman and Chief Business Officer at Remoted Oy, Mr. Mika Rytkönen. Thank you. I will try not to knock this flower down. It's nice to have one at least on stage. So I'll try not to knock this one down. Mats, let's start with you.
Okay.
I heard that you know everything about
I'm old man, I forget a lot of things also.
Well, let's put that to a bit of a test. We'd be curious to hear, what are the first practical steps a Finnish company should take when they go to Hong Kong?
I think the first step is actually ask why or how, you know, why Hong Kong or how Hong Kong, you know, should it be just for Hong Kong, the market? Should it be for going to GBA or mainland? Should it be for Asia Pacific? Should it be for selling, sourcing, or maybe or fundraising? So I mean, you know, why Hong Kong? The second step is to learn more about the market and the regulatory landscape, you know, to understand, you know, I mean, Hong Kong is a really easy market, open market, but you need to learn the market, the landscape, regulatory laws, license, etc. So that's important to learn. The third step, I should say, is to test the market. Hong Kong is so simple to go into. So Hong Kong, you can start with a small operation, a small team, or even start with a partner, and test the market, and then grow from there. Grow to Asia Pacific or grow into mainland. And that's the three advice. But don't forget in the early stage to contact us at Invest Hong Kong. We're a government agency, so we can guide you to test your plans, open up doors, grow your ecosystem, etc., etc.
Speaking of Invest Hong Kong, could you let us know what you do to support companies?
I mean, Invest Hong Kong, part of the government. We saw that TDC celebrates 60 years. We are not that old. We celebrated 25 last year. And it's a government agency, free of charge service, where we have people, specialists in different sectors in Hong Kong, so we can do all the way through the evaluating, planning, establishing, PR, etc. And I'm based here in the Nordics. I'm based actually in Göteborg, Sweden, but I'm traveling regularly to Finland also. Yeah.
Nice. Jericho. How can companies in Hong Kong use it as a regional platform rather than just a single market?
Yes, thank you. So my job is to promote Hong Kong. Hong Kong is my product, so I'm like a salesperson promoting Hong Kong. But actually, when I promote Hong Kong, I don't promote Hong Kong as the end market because it's a very small area. I mean, it's a very small space with only 7.5 million population. But then Hong Kong is a springboard, like what Matt has just mentioned. We are a springboard for you guys to leverage, to make use of Hong Kong, and then springboard it, like expand your business to the Greater Bay Area, to the whole mainland China, and also Asia Pacific, in particular ASEAN countries. So, there are so many preferential treatments that the Chinese government has granted to Hong Kong in some very key areas like life sciences, innovation technology, etc. So there are many ways how overseas companies can really make use of Hong Kong, not necessarily to set up an office in Hong Kong, but you can always find good partners, be it a distributor, find suppliers through a Hong Kong trading companies, or make use of Hong Kong financial platform, how the free flow of capital, etc., to help your business. And we have seen so many cases of how Nordic companies or even like European companies have done that through Hong Kong.
From your role, from your perspective, from the Hong Kong Trade Development Council, what sectors show the strongest momentum right now among Nordic firms?
Actually, we are seeing strong traction in areas such as green tech, healthcare, life sciences, and also creative sectors like life science related ones. I think it's obviously because of the the aging population. When we talk about wellness, life sciences, everybody wants to age well, and we are just not talking about medicines to cure their diseases, but how they can age healthily. So there are a strong demand in medical devices or solutions that help people to age healthily, something like that. So this is a very big area that we see a big traction on, and also creative sector, life sciences, lifestyle, as well as what I've mentioned, the green tech areas as well. Yeah.
Thank you. Jere Nieminen from Finnvera. You do risk management, right, at Finnvera? So let's say you're a company here, you're thinking about all this stuff, and you're thinking about what the first step is. At what stage should a company start planning their export financing? Does that microphone work?
Is this working?
No, let's just have that one. Great.
Okay, this is working.
Perfect.
Okay, yeah. So a question was what stage companies should start to think about
Export financing, yes.
solution? Yeah. Well, maybe just a quick word about the export financing. Basically, it is if you're exporting to Hong Kong or anywhere else, and you are thinking like, is my client going to pay me back? And then you should contact us if you think about this kind of issues. But what stage? I would say overall picture is earlier than they often do, but it really depends about company's internal maturity. For example, if we take a look at the startups and the startup companies, nowadays I think plenty of startups aim from the day one to the international markets. Are they ready to execute export financing transaction in the day one? Probably not, but should they learn about them in very early stages? Absolutely, I think. Because when the first international deal arrives, then you have much better picture that how the lenders and the financial institutions think. And then when they grow to the scale-up stage, then we can help a lot more. You have some revenue, you have some experience. And the point I want to make is that the export financing and the financing tools, they are not just a luxury of the large corporates. We really do want to help also the SMEs and starting companies.
And from Finvara's perspective, what risks in the Hong Kong-China context are the most underestimated?
Underestimated, yeah, that's a good question, difficult question, but maybe if I say plenty of companies use Hong Kong as a gateway to the mainland, and I think it's very important, and plenty of companies do understand this, but from a regulatory point of view, you have to understand that markets can be very different, and you have to have good partners for different markets. And second point I want to make is supply chain risk and geopolitical risks. I know, underestimated. If we take a look at the last couple of years, it's been week to week, like dominating the headlines, the geopolitical risks. So is it underestimated? I want to point out just, even nowadays, if we discuss with the companies and they look at the future, let's say mid-term, long-term future, still someone's maybe handle the geopolitical risk a bit as an abstract issue, even if they could have real operational effects in the future. But I don't want to be a boogeyman and I don't want to discourage companies, because businesses always, there is always risk related to any business anywhere. So, but I think that is something that companies really should think, because the best companies who succeed in the regions, I believe they have plan A, plan B, plan C. So yes, do execute, but plan ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Marko, how does the Finnish diplomatic network support companies in Greater China?
Well, Finnish diplomatic missions support companies in China as they do in all the other markets. So Team Finland is there to support our companies, our services. You could probably roughly describe them into three categories. One particularly important in China is, of course, the dignitary, so-called dignitary services. The government and corporate relationship with China is very close, and our services to facilitate and pave the way there is very important part of our services. Second area is obviously the trade promotion, which has been discussed here already many times, and that if you just look at simply the resources that we put into place in terms of people, that's a very big part of the thing. And that's, of course, also the recent change, that the resources were still managed by Business Finland. Last year they moved into Ministry of Foreign Affairs, so sometimes still refers to me as the country director of Business Finland. That's old news, folks. And then, of course, last but not least, we are providing services, or we are working on promoting Finland as a target destination for investments and tourism. So maybe those are the three main categories, if you like.
And where do you see the strongest demand for Finnish expertise?
Strongest
Demand,
in
kysyntä, in Greater China.
in Greater China.
Sure. Hong Kong.
Well, Hong Kong from the Greater China. This is something we of course have been working quite a lot over the past few years, and I think what we are setting what we call priority sectors for our trade promotion. And the priority sector actually means an area where we believe that two things are colliding or overlapping. One is the demand, growing demand, the other one is Finnish expertise. And if I'm looking at the Greater China concept, we've had about 4 main priority sectors we've been working on. Energy transition doesn't come as a surprise to anyone here. I'm sure everybody recognizes the strength of China when it comes to green transition. Second area would be and this is probably the newest one, but it's also becoming increasingly important, is the circularity, the circular economy. If you look at the expected next 15th five-year plan, you would see that this is increasingly important area where China will invest more. Life science has been discussed here already, and this is probably the most low-hanging fruit, if you like, when it comes to Hong Kong's playing role, not only for the Hong Kong market, but for the greater market of mainland China, in particular the Greater Bay Area. And then the concept of digitalization, electrification, where Finland has a lot of strengths to offer. Those are the main 4 ones. And then maybe when we talk about collaboration, we should also keep in mind that we see a very strong trend about a lot of Chinese, increasingly private companies actually, having extremely competitive offering, and China growth is what it is today. It's not what it used to be. Point number 1. Point number 2 is that competition in China in many areas is fierce. So it's quite natural business decision to start to look at the international markets. And there, of course, we see that Finland can be an excellent choice, not only for the Finnish market, but as a beachhead for Nordic and European markets. And that's, of course, something we are working very strongly on.
Thank you very much. Mika, you at you've done all of this. Like, you've successfully opened in Hong Kong. Can you tell us what were the most critical steps, decisions, etc. you had to make?
Sure, but let me first introduce what is the company, because most likely you don't know what it is. So we are operating autonomous buses as part of public transport there you can see the connection to the topic itself, because autonomous buses are really modern fire horses, so maybe there's a lovely connection to this. And I will also touch a little bit what Jere said about the risk management. So we have a subsidiary already in Hong Kong, and of course the best way to move forward with that is that you can have a good advisor, and we have been extremely honored to receive support from Fintrade Mersel and especially Jari Vepsäläinen, so thank for that. Maybe you want to ask why a startup is having a subsidiary in Hong Kong. It's basically twofold. We want to raise funding, and then we would like to leverage on Chinese technology, especially on autonomous vehicles. So for us, it's one kind of risk management, because we are then separating the business risk to Finland, to Finnish company, and then to subsidiary, where we are then handling the vehicle risk. And that is now the bold plan. Good place to be.
What support services, support structures, business services, etc., helped you the most during your journey?
Basically, to understand that what are the principles of establishing the company, what are the rules of, extremely, every entrepreneur in Finland knows the current laws, what you need to fulfill, and so forth. How to find good accountant things, especially very practical things. We do know how to deal with vehicles. We know what we are looking for. We know how we are moving forward. But really, the understanding the foundation is important. And then during the journey, we also actually it was funny because I saw Marco last time in Hong Kong. So you will also network there and create these kind of connections.
Awesome. One final question, actually, I'm going to ask this of all of you. I'm going to start with you, Mika. What's one piece of advice you'd give to Finnish companies wanting to enter the Hong Kong market?
Well, one advice. is we Finns, we tend to think small. Be proud, think big, and go on the international market one way or another. I think someone here already said that understand why you are going there is also important, but sometimes we are a little bit too shy. So let's be proud and let's try to achieve, at least set a target that you want to, deliver your services in every place in the globe. If you fail, you fail. If you succeed, you will enjoy it. But as an entrepreneur, the best thing is the journey, not the end game. So be bold.
Awesome. Thank
Dream
you very
big.
much. That's great advice. That is a mic drop piece of advice. Marko, you're welcome.
One piece of advice. Well said, by the way. I probably, especially considering the world we are living today, is that saying do your homework would be stupid, but do your scenario thinking. Go through the scenarios, at least 3 of them. Make sure you understand the potential implications of each scenario, and be prepared for the uncertain future.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was well said. Still my point, but maybe I would say that maybe even just not thinking about why Hong Kong. If you're a company who thinks like 3-5 years ahead, and you're thinking like, do we want to expand our operations, or do we want to export in Asia overall in the future, then you already might have one reason why Hong Kong.
Okay, is it working? Yeah. I should say that one final advice from me is that don't see Hong Kong as a destination, see it as a platform. You can easily, just jump in quickly, test it quickly, jump out, or just expand or grow from there.
Great, thanks, Mats.
Matt must have read my piece of paper. He has taken my advice. So my advice would be to get to know me, email me, send me a message, let me know what you need, because as I mentioned, we are here to help. Use us as your resources. We are super connected to all of you. And if I can't help you, I will definitely help to signpost you to the right person to speak with. But definitely, don't be shy, be bold, be explorative, and find out more about how Hong Kong can help. Because I think joining our event in Hong Kong, the ROI is actually very high. In just 2 to 4 days, you get to know most of the people you need to know within a very short period of time. And again, Hong Kong is a lovely place. It's not just for business. We have amazing places for you to have like good food, a nice hike, excursion into the outlying islands. Like I can spend like the whole night to talk about it. But I think the only advice tonight is to, now that you get my name card, write me an email. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Absolutely, sure. Yeah, Mats, what's the last word?
My advice is actually go there.
Go there.
Go there. Don't think about it. Just go there. You can have 8-10 meetings per day. People are open for business, for meetings. Just go there.
Also great. Thank you. And with those, let's give another big round of applause to our distinguished panelists for this great discussion. Thank you for all your actionable, practical insights. Thank you very much. All right. I'm unsure if we need to do some practical rearranging here on stage. But let's move on with our next program. So we have, in our company growth journey theme of today's business seminar, we are now entering the next stage of it. From the starting phase to the early stage phase, from idea to first market entry. So I'm pleased now to introduce Leap for Growth, a program helping Finnish startups explore Asia-facing opportunities. So please welcome to the stage project lead at Business Tampere, Yi Tang, and joining her on stage are Lauri Hokkanen, Sales and Marketing Manager at Arctic Biomaterials Oy, as well as Markus Ahlström, CEO of Flowmedic, and Mikael Rossing, the company's CDO. Please give them a round of applause. Thank you very much.
No, I would just try to use this. Thank you. Okay, I hope, oh, sorry. I would say first, Happy New Year, and glad to be here. So I'm Yi from Business Tampere. I'm really happy to be here. I see a lot of familiar faces. So yeah, I think today, the reason why I'm here is that I'm actually now leading an EU-funded project to support Nordic SMEs to enter the markets of Vietnam and GBA. I think I have some slides. I hope or maybe I can. Okay, so I have the control. So here you can see the name is Leap for Growth. It's actually funded by European Union under Central Baltic Program. And this is a regional collaboration project between Finland, Sweden, Estonia, and Latvia. And together we are bringing companies to enter the markets of Vietnam and GBA. Very shortly about the project. So we kicked it off last summer, and this will be a 3-year project. We are hoping to bring actually 100 SMEs across the region to these 2 markets. And I'm expecting maybe 50 at least or 60 companies focusing on Hong Kong and GBA. And this is a very sales-oriented project to help companies to export. So we have actually a very, let's say, challenging, but I'm sure we will reach it. So the KPI is that we need to have at least 20 companies securing a deal or making some sales in these markets. And of course, since this is a regional collaboration project, we hope to also boost Central Baltic region collaborations. And actually, you can see here the partners. So from Finland is Mrs. Tampere. We are the project lead from Finland side. And we have, of course, from Sweden, Norrköping Science Park. From Estonia, we have a Technopole Tallinn Science Park. And then from Latvia, Cleantech Latvia. And together we are hoping to bring companies from various sectors, especially maybe focusing on green energy, health tech sectors to really enter these dynamic markets. So companies can actually get funded market support. For example, we have market expert coaching to really help companies to be more ready for the market entry. We also have a lot of other supports. For example, we have export mission. We have different kind of seminars, knowledge sharing sessions to really bring the companies into the markets. I think this is my last slide. Yes, as you can see here, well, I think you heard already from the previous speakers, Hong Kong is really a beautiful, amazing place, but it does really offer amazing opportunities for Finnish companies, even if you are a bit smaller. So I would like to highlight these 2 themes. So the silver one stands for healthcare sector. So as we heard also earlier, really the region has an aging population, but at the same time, it is a region that really truly cares about health for the whole family, regardless of your age. So this is really a great place to be for our companies, and we do have a very strong brand in the region. And the other one is green. So of course, China is doing really great in green transitioning, green energy, and we have amazing green tech solutions from Finland and from the whole Nordic to offer to the region. And of course, Hong Kong would act really as the main hub. So a little bit of a teaser. So we have been doing, of course, a lot of things. And the next step is actually we are bringing, I think, 15, 16 companies from the region. I think Finland has about 10. So a group of 25 people, we will actually go to Hong Kong in the 3rd week of March as the first export mission for the whole project. So we will have a lot of meetings. We will have great events. We will have one networking event at your place, Timo. Looking forward to that. And of course, we will bring business leads for our companies. So today I actually have I think 3 companies speaking on the stage from Leap for Growth. 2 of them from Tampere. I think I'm going to hand the mic to the next one, Lauri from Arctic Biomaterial Composite. So maybe you can come over and... Thank you so much. I think that's my part. But before Lauri comes, I would like to give a special shout out because, you know, we are here from Tampere, so Team Tampere is really strong in the whole GBA region. So we have been working a lot with Hong Kong. We have MOU with Shenzhen, and we are actually the sister city of Guangzhou. So our CEO, Hari Ojola, he's here. And we have also actually steering group member, but also my teammate, Mika Kolari, sits somewhere there. And also a lot of companies actually travel all the way from Tampere. But I'm going to now give the stage to Lauri. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Thank you much. Can you hear me? Well, okay. So, thank you for having me today. So, good afternoon, everybody. First of all, thank you for the Finland and Hong Kong Business Association, the Hong Kong Economic and Trade Office in London, and Hong Kong Trade and Development Council for hosting the event tonight and today in the afternoon. So happy to be part of the Grow and Success Business Seminar and the Lunar New Year reception. So my name is Lauri Hokkanen. I work with Arctic Biomaterials. We're based in Tampere. Our focus is fully on bringing biomaterials to medtech and medical sector, and we've already been in the US market with our customers for 4 to 5 years, and starting in EU and now pushing forward to Asia Pacific through Hong Kong. So happy to be part of the Leap for Growth venture and events and the business company that we are going to visit Hong Kong and the market in March. On top of the Arctic Biomaterials, I'm also in a dual role as a CEO of Minifactory, a company from Seinäjoki that is producing 3D printers for high polymer materials, and that's also one interesting possibility in Hong Kong and Greater Bay Area and the mainland China as well. So a little bit more about Arctic Biomaterials. So in Asia Pacific, we try to get customers with our biomaterials that turn into bone. So the main focus is in orthopedics. The companies in Asia are looking for reliable materials that can really perform and have consistent quality. Biomaterials are on the market already, but we are bringing the strength and the quality added to these implants. So if we share a bit of how the material looks like, so if we compare our material, which is the X3 fiber composite, with the pure polymer implants that we have on the market, we can see that the bone ingrowth is much better, much faster than with pure biopolymers. The mechanical properties are also in a different level. So when we have done implants, we are comparing them, of course, with titanium, and approximately in the initial strengths, the strengths are around 84 to 85% from the titanium implant level. Of course, we're talking about biomaterials, so eventually the strengths will be losing from the implant, but the own bone will replace the implant. For example, here are a few tests that we've done with the market titanium implants that show that really the biomaterial development is huge, and we are getting closer and closer to the titanium levels in our implants. I want to thank again Business Tampere for taking us, Arctic Biomaterials, to the Leap of Growth project, and looking forward to that visit. And we have already had lots of meetings organized by Business Tampere and their connections. So this week and last week we have 4 the biggest Chinese orthopedic and medtech companies, meetings with those, and hopefully we can get at least 3 meetings during our visit in Hong Kong with these partners. And we see that this opportunity is excellent for Arctic Biomaterials in our attempt to open the market also wider to the Asia Pacific side. So thank you very much, and happy New Year of the horse. Thank you.
I'm privileged. Can you hear me? Yes, I guess so. Thank you. It's a privilege to be here today with all of you. Hello, that's my boss, checking out whether if everything's going good or not. Yes, I know. Actually, I was waiting, I was probably 20 or 30 people. There's a lot more than that. Thank you. My name is Mikael Rossing. I'm one of the founders of this company, Flowmedic, which was founded in 2016. How does this work? Please, next slide. It's over here. It's over here. This one. Is it this one? Tosta. Thanks. I appreciate it. Instead of going into depth in what we're basically doing in Flowmedic, I was just maybe trying to focus on what we're doing in Hong Kong. We've been there for, well, I guess depends, but 7-8 years or so, working together with academics basically, and that was the strategic point of view, and how to come into Hong Kong was just to work with the people who know what they do, and also to get like the stamp of the things are working the way they should do in Hong Kong. The main focus is on digital infection control and telehealth. Sounds strange, I guess, and I agree if you think it sounds strange, because it is strange. But the strange thing is that it actually works. It works very good. I'll come back to that later on. To come back to the history in Hong Kong, it was actually in 2018 we signed an MOU with PolyU, and this was it was because of a trip with our personnel. They had the opportunity to choose where they want to go. I mean, our developers in Finland, and they chose Hong Kong for some, I don't know, but some strange reason, and one thing led to the other, and here we are today. What I also wanted to emphasize is that it's been a long run. There's no quick wins. This is something that we understand. I mean, we're here to stay at least in some way, maybe not forever, but we understand that it's a long run, and that's what we're doing as a Flowmedic. And the other thing probably that is of priority in understanding what we're doing in Hong Kong is that our systems have been used in several research processes and projects during the years. Over the years, I think there's probably 7, 9, 8 or so. Can't remember. There's quite a few of them, but all in all, the results are good. Meaning in practice that what they've been doing are using our systems that are based on global standards that are acclimatized to Hong Kong legislation and ways of working and workflow. That's what we're doing basically, and using our systems in the same way as they're using in Finland. I mean, if we look at Finland, I think at least half of Finland hospital districts today or welfare being areas are using our systems in terms of infection control. But then we look at infection control and telehealth, basically all of them. Since 2021, which isn't that far away, In the past, our primary collaborator has been Tsinghua College, but then again, of course, they have a vast network that we are working with, and we're very proud of that, of course. And as I already mentioned, I think that the new scope is that I was actually surprised. This is I could speak on forever, but the thing is that, I mean, the whole telehealth thing, when we started this in 2017 in Finland, I was sure this is something that's been done already in Finland, but it wasn't. And when we look at how the Finland is working today, it's actually, we're still, I mean, taking our first steps as babies in this thing. And I think I'm not exaggerating if I'm telling that the same thing is going on in Hong Kong as well. So I think that that's a good place for us to be. And during 2026, the presence is going to be quite good, because we're having two projects that started. One started in January, and the other started in January as well. And the one project is 2 years, and the other one is 3 years. And one is regarding infection control, the other one telehealth. So, in a nutshell, the two projects that I was referring to, there's several different parties. There are the academics, the same ones, the old ones that we already have been working with and very much value their effort. And then there's a few residential care homes, or actual corporations providing these services over in Hong Kong. And there's also private hospitals and public hospitals. May I mention, this has been also, I mean, it's been in the long run to get, because it is, we've needed the authorization from the hospital authority over in Hong Kong. So it's been a long run for us. That's something that we're very proud of. And if we want to look at them more in detail, or very much, I mean, not that much in detail, but so just to summarize it up, hand hygiene compliance in Hong Kong. Everybody knows this. It's a big issue. It's a big issue here. It's a big issue in Hong Kong. We've gotten some very, very, very good results using our digitalized systems. And this is something that we're now going to continue on for a few years in Hong Kong with our partners. And I think the new thing for us has been the AI part. So we're also implementing an AI component to this, meaning that in practice, the way they work today in hospitals, if you look at globally, they're actually doing a manual observations if people are behaving the way they should do. Instead of that, we're using cameras and AI systems, which I think is going to be very amazing. And the second part, the second thing that I started, as I told you in January, is the telehealth project. This is something also which I think is telehealth as such is not that interesting, but it's very interesting when you start looking at the metrics, and especially when it has to do with economics, because that's something that we've had a big problem doing in Finland. I mean, we're working on it, but we're not talking about the economics. So it's a part of the project going on there. Now they're led by Tsinghua College. So also nurse-led telewound care program, and then of course, I mean, what it actually means in practice. I mean, regarding possible savings of lives and pains and of course monetary issues. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's it. Finally, I want to thank you all. And Joey Ko from somewhere said, just go there. There you are. I'm taking my daughter there because she told me that you're not going there without me. So, of course, I mean, that's what we're doing. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Let's keep the program rolling. Let's move from pilots to execution. Next up on the stage, this man brings a very hands-on SME perspective. Let's invite to the stage CEO of Melivery, the agency behind Dipper Fox's marketing, Mr. Taavi Altpuu. Thanks.
Hello, everyone. I'm Taavi, and I'm representing Dipper Fox, and I'm their marketing manager. So, first of all, I'd like to address the elephant in the room. We are the Estonian company, and when you're like the youngest sibling in the region, what do? You look up to your older brother. And that's what we did with the Finnish friends that we have here who have helped us to enter the Hong Kong market. So what is DipperFox? By show of hands, how many of you have ever heard of DipperFox before? Okay, quite a few. Nice to know. So for all of you that don't know what DipperFox is, we are producing vertical stump grinders. And this is a especially good thing because compared with the traditional stump grinders, we are 10 times faster. We can get rid of the stump in 20 seconds. So that's the overall value proposition that we have. We are waste-free. That means that you can you can recycle the stumps on site. You don't have to carry them away, and you don't have to recycle them or dump them into the landfill. We are not using any electronics. It's the whole work is done by the hydraulic gearbox, and it's easy to maintain on site. And of course, if we are looking at the Hong Kong market, then it's quite. It doesn't make much noise, so it's very good for the city landscaping as well. And the difference that we make on the market is that normally, or the traditional way, is to do uprooting. You have to dig a hole to get the stump out, and then you have to refill it with sand or dirt. With DipperFox, you don't have to do that. You just drill into the ground, you get rid of the stump, and that's it. You don't have to worry about it. In city landscaping, you can just replant the tree into the same spot, and the work is done. We're also sustainable as a company, not only in the forest. We have different solar panels, and we are using SSAB metal in our production as well. And also the packaging is sustainable. So this crate over here that you can see that we transport our stump grinders with, they can be reused again by the clients. So if we look at the different sectors that we work in, we are mostly working with the infrastructure sector, and we started out from there. We've seen 30% less time spent on those infrastructure projects, and that's where we excel the best. But in the last few years, we've seen that the city landscaping is also a big trend, and we see that in emerging markets like in Asia, there's a very high need for our products. And as you can see, we have different distributors and different clients all over the world. Hong Kong and Asia in general has been like an untouched territory for us. We tried a few years back to go there as well, but we failed. I'm gonna go through that later on my slides, but this shows you the overall global network that we already have. So why Hong Kong? It's an emerging market. It's environmentally friendly, and the different environmental solutions are in need in Hong Kong. And also the city landscaping is not that developed in Asia. We think that with our product it can be done better because the solution works better in the city landscaping environment. Also, greenery as a trend in city landscaping in Hong Kong is quite popular, so we think DipperFox excels on that. The preparation part, how we started, big thanks to all of our friends here in Finland, especially to FinCham, also to Hong Kong Trade Development Council, Jari, James and Jukko, who have been like local boots on the ground in Hong Kong, have helped us a lot. And also Bertti and Miriam, thank you for taking us under your wing. Why we came to you was because you have the local know-how that we don't have in Estonia at the moment. You have the legal support because our product is has like different patents, and we need IP protection. So in that sense, in Finland, you have very good local knowledge, and we appreciate that you helped with us, that you helped us with that. So I promised you one solution or one example how we try to enter the market. Normally what we do is that we run social media advertisements on that target market, and then we get like a local distributor, and they sell our products there. We tried that in Hong Kong and in China as well. It didn't end up quite well. We weren't prepared. So after like 2 weeks, we ran our advertisements. We get copycat on the Alibaba site already. So that was a big no to us. We thought that through, that we need like a long-term strategy to execute the entry to the Hong Kong market. So that's why we started our research. And as I mentioned previously, you look up to your older brothers. So that's why we contacted with you guys. So big thank you to all of you who have helped us. It's been a good journey with you. And if you have any questions later, please come forward and let's speak. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Davi. And to conclude the business program of today's seminar, we turn to a globally recognized Finnish success story. So please welcome to the stage Global PR Manager at Marimekko, Lauri Sallantaus. Kiitos.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lauri Sallantaus, and as said, I'm the Global PR Manager at Marimekko, and I'm very excited to be here today to talk to you about Marimekko and how we are scaling up our business. So to start with, of course, Marimekko is a Finnish design house and one of the world's first true lifestyle design brands. The story of Marimekko actually began with the visionary Armi Ratia, who had an idea to bring color and joy into people's everyday lives. So she decided to invite a group of young artists to create these unforeseen prints at her husband's textile printing factory. And people were admiring these printed textiles, but they were unsure how to use them, which is when Armi, as a businesswoman, decided to host a small fashion show just to give people some ideas how these textiles could be used. And people, of course, fell in love with these printed dresses and wanted to purchase them off the models. And according to the legend, Marimekko was founded the very next day. Armi famously said that Marimekko could have been anything. So it could have been modern jazz, a flower shop, an ice cream shop. It was really about bringing joy to people's everyday lives. And that's very much how we also approach the brand philosophy today. So ever since our founding, our mission has been to empower people to be happy as they are and bring color and joy into their everyday lives with our bold prints and colors. The art of printmaking is really what sets Marimekko apart from any other company in the world, and it's something that we continue to celebrate in pretty much everything that we do. We work with an archive of over 3,500 prints, which are reimagined and reintroduced in our collections every year. But also, on top of that, we continue to build our print archive by introducing entirely new prints to build on this artistic legacy that we have. Then if you look at Marimekko as a company, so our product assortment is really based on our three main product categories, so fashion, bags and accessories, as well as home design. And these then form the lifestyle assortment that we offer to our customers. Our main markets are in Northern Europe, North America, and Asia Pacific, and we approach our key markets through key cities. There's currently around 170 Marimekko stores around the world. We have flagship stores in Helsinki, Stockholm, Copenhagen, Paris, New York, Hong Kong, Tokyo, and Sydney, and online stores serve our customers in 39 countries. At the center of our business strategy is omni-channel retail. So we of course have our direct-to-consumer channels, and then on top of this, the physical and online retailers. Then if you talk about the scaling up of the Marimekko brand phenomenon, to start with, these strong brand building activations that we host in our different key markets are really a way for us to foster to our ever-growing community of customers. There are some examples here of fashion shows hosted in Helsinki, Tokyo, and Shanghai, as well as then some other brand activations in New York and Hong Kong, for instance. Artist collaborations then work as a way for us to really cement our thought leadership in the art of printmaking. It's a kind of creative dialogue where we are pushing our own boundaries in the art and science of printmaking, but also then providing a fresh canvas for the artists to work with. Some previous examples include last year's capsule collection with a Swedish artist, Petra Berner, and then in previous years, New York-based artist Landon Metz, as well as French artist Virginie Huger. Then on the other hand, global brand collaborations are a way for us to bring joy to a large global audience and also build our awareness in different markets. Some recent examples that some of you might remember are, for example, IKEA, Uniqlo, Crocs, Adidas, among others. The Field of Flowers exhibition is something that we launched in 2025 in our Asia-Pacific markets. It's a concept that introduced 25 entirely new prints by 5 different print designers. And this was a way to really showcase the new prints of Marimekko in our different Asian markets, including Hong Kong at the Mills. And quite exciting, already mentioned today, so our Marimekko flagship store in Hong Kong found a new address in late 2025 in Leighton Road, Causeway Bay. And the new flagship store really reflects our most up-to-date store concept, which actually references the architecture of our Helsinki textile printing factory, which is in Herttoniemi, where we have our headquarters as well. The store concept also really acts as a canvas for the bold prints and colors, and really a place where you can kind of come and experience the Marimekko lifestyle in a physical format. Then similarly, we opened our very first flagship store in Paris, also in late 2025. And as you can see from the queue there, so we received a very warm and overwhelming welcome from our community in the market. And of course, having a presence in a city like Paris is, of course, supporting also with a halo effect, also the rest of Europe, but then also North America and Asia Pacific. And then last, so participating in locally relevant consumer moments is really a way for us to build local relevance. An example of this is, of course, the Year of the Horse capsule collection, which you can already see later on when you go to the different space here. And to end again with the words of Admiratia, so one has to dream and one must stand out from the rest. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. That concludes the business seminar portion of today's program. Thank you very much for sitting down and listening patiently. There's been a lot of great speakers tonight, a lot of great insights into entering and growing in the Hong Kong market. Thank you very much. And as promised, we followed a business company growth journey from institutions and ecosystems to startups and SMEs, and finally to a global finished brand, Marimekko. That journey reflects the spirit of the Year of the Fire Horse: ambition, resilience, and forward momentum, international growth. So thank you to all of our speakers tonight. Thank you to all the partners of this event. And thank you to all of the guests who are in this room for making this possible. Also, thank you to everyone watching this through the stream. Following in the theme of a full growth journey, this portion would not be complete unless we celebrate after success. So let's now begin the transition to the Lunar New Year reception. In a little moment, I will invite here to the stage someone from NH Collection Helsinki Grand Hansa to give you a little bit of information regarding the proceedings after we leave this room. So I think this is the gentleman right here. Welcome, welcome, sir. There's the microphone. Thank you. The stage is yours.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Fuad. I'm part of the NH collection team. We'll be looking after you tonight. Before we continue, I'd just like to take a quick moment to mention a few important safety points in case of an emergency, God forbid. Please remain calm. Okay, that's the first thing. And follow our team's instructions. They will be around. They are all wearing waistcoats and jackets as well. So you're in good hands. The nearest exit to you is the one right there. So if you can get yourself familiar with it. And please take a moment to note the closest one to you. Our assembly point will be on the other side of the hotel, which is the main entrance. And probably one of our teams will be raising a sign so you can follow them. And now into the enjoyable part of the evening. Tonight we are delighted to serve you a fly-in dinner. A fly-in dinner. The staff will be serving you with the trays in your, and will be coming to you throughout this time. I'll give you a short brief about the menu. We're delighted to serve you a fly-in menu featuring olive, rosemary focaccia, roasted root vegetables with feta, local beef tartare. After that, we'll be serving you the main course, which is beetroot risotto with aged parmesan, salted tiger prawns, and roasted beef sirloin. And last but not least, we'll be serving you the desserts. Citrus cheesecake with marinated fruits and chocolate panna cotta with raspberry. For the guests who have special diets, please let us know so we can offer you the whichever you prefer. We hope you have a fantastic evening. Enjoy the rest, and thank you very much for joining us tonight. Cheers.
熱情就算熄滅了，分手這一晚也重要。甜言蜜語、謊話嬉笑，都給我一點，不要缺少。話題盡了也不緊要，密我至凄冷的深宵。繁華鬧市，燈光普照，然而共你已再沒破曉。紅眼睛幽幽的看着這孤城，如同苦笑擠出的高興。全城為我花光亨景，浮華城製作分手佈景。傳說中痴心的眼淚會傾城，霓虹熄了世界漸冷清，煙花會謝，心歌會停，顯得這故事尾聲更動聽。熱情就算熄滅了，分手這一晚也重要。甜言蜜語，謊話嬉 微笑，都給我一點，不要缺少。話題盡了也不緊要，乜我知凄冷的心事。繁華鬧市燈光普照，然而共你已再沒破曉。紅眼睛幽幽的看着這孤城，如同苦笑擠出的高興。全城為我花光很勁，浮華盛世作分手佈景。傳說中痴心的眼淚會傾城，霓虹熄了世界漸冷清。煙花會謝，笙歌會停，顯得這故事尾聲更動聽。紅眼睛幽幽的看着這孤城，如同苦笑擠出的高興。繁華玉宇倒了陣營，來營造這住世的風景。傳說中痴心的眼淚會傾城，霓虹熄了世界漸冷清。煙花會謝，笙歌會停，顯得這故事尾聲更動聽。
Carlos? Henry. Let's give another big round of applause to Carlos and Henry. Very good. Excellent. Thank you so much. Awesome. There's one more little piece of program before we go to the final toast before we get to leave this room. So let's invite on stage member of the board of Finland-Hong Kong Business Association to read a poem of his, Mr. Lauri Tammi. Welcome to the stage.
I'm finding my way here. Yeah, hello everybody, and thanks so much for coming today for our wonderful event today. What an amazing set of speakers we had today. Business speakers, government speakers from Hong Kong, from London, from Helsinki, Tampere, all over Finland and the world. What a great set we've had today. And really exciting to start the celebration of the new year, Year of the Horse and the Fire Horse. And Pertti said for us as the board members of the Finland-Hong Kong Business Association said that, Lauri, don't talk about your digital platform and don't talk about your business in Hong Kong and all the trips you've done there and what you've done in China. You did that last year. Let's do something very different this year to celebrate the year. And can you do a poem? I'm like, hey, come on, business guys, we focus on business, focus on the numbers and others. But there's a lot of culture upcoming in Hong Kong currently. And our friends in the Hong Kong government and in the local, the mainland friends in the Chinese embassy are also often talking about government. Let's bring that spirit and stuff. And we have also here our friend Jari's Webson's father's poetry over here, and that's translated. So if you have a chance for that, I think everybody will get a copy of that. That's very interesting poetry in Chinese and others. But what is the thing that mainly is about Year of the Horse? And we thought about it with our team and the board, and we said, okay, let's do 吃比怀古, 吃比怀古, 大江东去. That's about the story about when you have succeeded in Hong Kong, you've done your business, you've got your IPO, you've got your exit or business deal done, one day you check what's going on out there and you are looking in a big river and you're looking on the boats that are going over there and thinking about what did it all mean? What impact did I create? And this poem is about this. In the end part of after all your successes, how do you look at all the impact that you've created through your business or through your other leadership for the society and for the world? And one person thinking about this, Su Dongbo, Su Shi. So let's think if we still remember it. We prepared this well, yeah. All right, maybe we can get some music. Let's get the New Year feeling up. Da江东去，浪淘尽，千古风流人物。故垒西边人道是，三国周郎赤壁。乱世成空，惊涛拍岸，卷起千堆雪。江山如画，一时多少豪杰。遥想共情，当年小乔出家了，雄姿英发，玉山观景，谈笑间，樯橹灰飞烟灭。故国神游，多情应笑，早生华服。人生如梦，一寸还酹江月。谢谢。Ja. Tämä oli Chibi-haiku Sutumbo. Kun menette Kiinaan, valotte Kiinan Hongkongiin, ottakaa kulttuuri mukaan, business-dealit jalkautuu huomattavasti helpommin. Ottakaa Hong Kong Business Association yhteyttä, tulkaa meille jäseneksi, mahtavia tyyppejä siellä hallituksessa jäseninä. Tehdään yhdessä upeita asioita ja mahtava Firehorse vuosi. Let's make a wonderful year of the Firehorse for all of us. Thank you everybody. Yeah.
As I heard someone say, that was a good one. Thank you so much, everybody. Also, on my behalf, my name is Isak Rautio. It's been a pleasure and an honor to host this for you. Hope you enjoyed it. There's one more thing that we have to do, and that's why we're moving a little bit of merchandise out of the way here on the stage. And by the way, as they are doing it, I just want to, because they don't get the props every time, big thanks to Panu, Jalmari, to Lauri, and to Hemmo behind the mix board there. They are solid stream. Big round of applause for them for taking care of the techniques and all the mixing tonight. Thank you very much. And now, finally, let's invite to the stage for the final toasting ceremony before we move to the other location. I would like to warmly welcome to the stage Chargé d'Affaires of the Chinese Embassy, Chun Huaixin, Director General of Hong Kong Economic and Trade Office in London, Fiona Chow, Deputy Director General of the Department for the Asia and Oceania at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Finland, Juha Niemi, Chair of the Finland and Hong Kong, you can give the applause going, I'm just going to keep speaking. Chair of the Finland-Hong Kong Business Association, Nordic Consultant at Hong Kong Trade Development Council, Pertti Jalasvirta, that's Stephen Ballmer right there, welcome to the stage. CEO of the Finland Chamber of Commerce, Juha Romakkaniemi, Consul General of Finland to Hong Kong, Timo Kantola, Director for UK, Nordics and Ireland at Hong Kong Trade Development Council, Joey Ko, and finally, last but not least, Nordic Consultant from Invest Hong Kong, Mats Gerlam. Welcome to the stage. I will now move out the way. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you, sir.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. A very good evening to all of you. I think I'm supposed to give a little bit of toast, about 10 minutes, I guess. Sorry. I first and foremost, I don't want to elaborate to address each and every one of here because Isaac has already mentioned all of them by name. So I would say all protocols observed. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's really great to be invited here at this event. I see all of the business leaders over here and the entrepreneurs who are interested in Hong Kong, the special administrative region in China. And also, taking this a chance, please allow me to extend our warmest congratulations for the holding of this event. And also, please allow me to pass the greetings, season's greetings from my embassy. And also want to thank the Finland-Hong Kong Business Association, as well as HK, the TDC, and HK EKO for hosting this event. And I thank you very much for all of you for your commitment and contributions done for the cooperation between China and Finland, and also Finland, in particular, Finland and the relations with Hong Kong, the economic, business, and trade relations between the two. We thank you so much for this. Well, as I'm from the embassy of China, let me speak a little bit about the bilateral relations between China and Finland. We are now marking the 76th anniversary of our bilateral relations. And of course, we heard that HK, TDC mentioning they are celebrating 60 years anniversary here. And of course, the Hong Kong, the Finland-Hong Kong Business Association is celebrating 41 anniversary of this. So we want to thank you all for your cooperation and efforts in developing our relations based on 3 or 4 basic principles. I think Mr. Niemi may agree with me that first and foremost, mutual respect. And we are also treating each other on equal footing. We're also looking at our relations on a future-oriented. I hear someone was saying the Asian kind of lifestyle kind of industry. And we are also having a cooperation in kinds of win-win cooperation and with a seesaw split that goes transfers, not just good times, but also bad. But look, by that, we are having our mutual trust enhanced, our cooperation strengthened, and our exchanges deepened with Domit having recited a Chinese poem over there. So we thank you so much for every one of you for being there, for making the contribution for the relations between China and Finland and China, the Hong Kong administrative region and Finland in particular. Thank you for all your efforts over there, and thank you for your investment over there as well. On the third part of my sharing, just allow me maybe 3 minutes to elaborate a little bit about the recent visit by Prime Minister Obo to China. I want to specifically mention that because this was made possible within the course of 19 days. I think our colleague there from Marimekko was also involved in the preparation circle of that. Just within 19 days, we ended up signing 11 business partners, cooperation agreements there, right? And also 6 of the government agreements over there. So, and what I want to mention to all of you, which may also be interest of our business entrepreneurs here, is that the cooperation that we reached throughout the visit ranged about half of the alphabet, from A to H, and then I, S, T, T, L, T, T. Let me just, A for agriculture, B for business, C for circular economy, D for digital economy, E for energy transition, and also F for forestry, G for, I don't know, let me forgive me for one moment, H for health, and also I for investment, also innovation, and also I's industry. L for life, S for science, T for technology, and T again for tourism. So I think those things may be of your interest. For example, life industry that we mentioned. So we're looking forward. I know that the Prime Minister made his transit through Hong Kong. So I'm sorry that we didn't make it to stop over there, but we hope that our guests today can grasp the opportunity of what the bilateral visits have already presented us. And during the visit, President Xi Jinping actually met with Prime Minister and mentioning in particular, which is actually he have great liaison with the logo of the Hong Kong special, the Finland-Hong Kong business strategy. You see the sales. So the President Xi mentioned that we welcome Finland to swim in the Sea of China. We welcome the Finnish companies to sail on the Chinese Sea, to grasp the opportunity that China presents. We know there are 40 or 60 Chinese enterprises over there. Sorry. But I'm concluding. So I hope that we can grow bigger there. And China and Finnish companies, cooperation can grow faster over there, please. And last but not least, please allow me to be on behalf of all the our guests here to wish you a very successful year, a prosperous new year, and for the year of horse, which is a symbol of dynamics, of drive, of energy, and of long enduring like Sisu. Thank you so much. Sorry, I'm keeping this long. Am I? No worries.